yet, anyway.
Well, with your gut instinct on it, because you've obviously looked into it definitely more than I have. I followed Cappy a little bit, but obviously after he passed away, I paid a little bit more attention to it than before. But your gut instinct, do you think that, people are going to be asking and probably arguing, black hat, white hat, useful idiot, made the wrong choices? What's your opinion about him overall after your research?
I think that he was legitimate. I don't think that he needed to do this for attention. He was already in some pretty major movies, and as you can see, I didn't really realize his musical talents. I've only seen that since he passed away, but
he was good.
He was a multi-talented guy, and he could have done anything with it. And he really doesn't strike me as someone who is moping around, unable to do anything to provide for himself or with no future in his life. I think he saw himself as a genuine whistleblower, and I do believe the things that he said that he witnessed, although in itself that isn't actually evidence of any crimes being committed, what he saw, but it was enough to make him throw his career away and risk his life, and ultimately cost him his life, even if you do believe the official story of it. And I think that there are enough holes and problems and issues and suspicious coincidences around the official story that this thing really needs to be investigated. I mean, you can hear from the EMT traffic that headquarters called in and said it was suicide by vehicle within 20 minutes of the accident. And actually, as it turns out, that's almost exactly the time of death being pronounced. And it's calls coming in to say, oh, that was a suicide. I mean, they hadn't even gone through the stuff in his car. They hadn't, talked to anybody who knew him. They hadn't looked at his phone. They just said, oh, it must be suicide. So I think that's suspicious. The police report coming out about these two teenagers that were struggling with him on the bridge. Well, there was no teenagers. That was a false story. So how did that come out? And the guy from the Arizona DPS, Bart Graves, the spokesman for it, he used to be the spokesman for the Democrat Party in Arizona. And also, when you look at him on LinkedIn, he has an IMDb profile because he made a cop TV show for Warner Brothers. So lots of suspicious stuff going on around that, and I really hope that the authorities open up an investigation rather than just those of us who are prepared to stand up and put their faces publicly on the investigation. But there's also a lot of people who for very good reasons aren't, and they're making a huge contribution as well. So I think we do have an army of anons out there, and things aren't like they used to be before the internet. And from the point of view of the evil people, the evil plotters, maybe they're assuming that things still are like that.